Now let's move on to discuss about synthesis. When it comes to synthesis of hemoglobin, let's speak in terms of hemoglobin people. Now I want you to have this clarity. Heme is a moiety, a prosthetic group which is seen in very many proteins in body. For example, there are few proteins called cytochrome oxidases, many varieties of cytochromes. Every cytochrome do have heme moiety there. So, heme synthesis, as such if you consider, heme synthesis takes place in bone marrow as well as in hepatocytes, because hepatocytes, the liver cells, are the one that is synthesizing cytochrome proteins. So, as such if you consider heme synthesis, synthesis of heme takes place at two sites. Number one, it is going to be bone marrow hematopoietic stem cells. Number two, it is also happening in hepatocytes, which is liver. Alright, this is heme synthesis, guys. But the protein as such, if you consider the protein hemoglobin, this protein hemoglobin is specifically synthesized in bone marrow RBC precursor cells. Alright, erythroblasts, the so-called erythroblasts are the cells that keep synthesizing hemoglobin. Alright, so have this clarity. When it comes to heme, hepatocytes also produces heme. But if the question is specific about hemoglobin, you got to restrict your answer to bone marrow, guys, and have this clarity. That's synthesis. Now let's get to see the synthesis of hemoglobin right from the fetal life. So considering synthesis of hemoglobin at fetal life, from the conception all the way up to 8 weeks, these hemoglobin synthesis takes place in yolk sac. From 6 weeks onwards, till birth, liver comes into the picture of synthesizing hemoglobin. When I say hemoglobin, it's just RBCs. Inside the RBC, it is going to be hemoglobin, guys. Alright. So from 6 weeks onwards till birth, it's going to be liver. From 10 weeks onwards, till 28 weeks, RBC as well as hemoglobin get synthesized in spleen. From 18 week onwards,